Welcome back ថ្ងៃនេះ admin ចូលតួត្រឡប់មកវិញតែមិនមែនត្រឡប់មកវិញជាមួយនឹងការសម្រាយរឿងទេតែនាំអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាទៅចូលតួនៅក្នុងដំណើរកំសាន្តនៅអឺរ៉ុបវិញតាមពិតនេះមិនមែនជាលើកទី1ដែលខ្ញុំទៅអឺរ៉ុបទេជាលើកទី2ហើយតែការលើកមុនហ្នឹងខ្ញុំអត់បានធ្វើវីដេអូ vlog លើកនេះខ្ញុំទៅ3ប្រទេសមានបារាំងស្វីសហើយនិងអ៊ីតាលីតែសម្រាប់វីដេអូនេះខ្ញុំសូមបង្ហាញពីប្រទេសបារាំងមុនណាដោយសារនៅក្រោយ COVID នេះ Emirates Airlines គេលែងមាន direct flight ពីភ្នំពេញទៅ Dubai ទៀតហើយអញ្ចឹងទៅខ្ញុំត្រូវជិះទៅ transit នៅបាងកកសិនហើយបានជិះទៅ transit នៅ Dubai បន្ទាប់មកបានចេញពី Dubai ទៅ Paris ហើយឥឡូវនេះយន្តហោះគេទំនើបដល់ហើយអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាមានសិត2ជាន់ទៀតតែខ្ញុំជិះនៅខាងក្រោមទេព្រោះខាងលើសម្រាប់តែអ្នក business class ទេយើងអ្នកអត់លុយអញ្ចឹងជា economy ទៅបានហើយសម្រាប់រយៈពេលជិះយើងជិះពីភ្នំពេញទៅបាងកកវា1ម៉ោងពីបាងកកទៅ Dubai ខ្ទង់7ម៉ោងពី Dubai ទៅប៉ារីសខ្ទង់7ម៉ោងទៀតយូរខ្លាំងណាស់មែនអត់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាគ្រាន់ថាជិះយូរអញ្ចឹងគេតែងតែមានរឿងឲ្យយើងមើលនេះខ្ញុំមើលរឿងជប៉ុនមើលឡើងយំហ៎ admin ចូលតួមើលរឿងនៅឡៃណាក៏ចូលតួបានដែរតែអត់ហ៊ានថតមុខខ្លួនឯងឲ្យអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាមើលទេរឿងជប៉ុនដែល admin មើលហ្នឹងមានចំណងជើងថា The Last 10 Years រឿងហ្នឹងតែចេញឆ្នាំ2022តើនិយាយទៅនៅលើយន្តហោះហ្នឹងគេដាក់រឿងសិតតែថ្មីឲ្យយើងមើលឥឡូវយើងមកដល់ប៉ារីសហើយភាសាថ្ងៃទី1ដែលខ្ញុំទៅដល់ហ្នឹងវារៀងល្ងាចហើយអញ្ចឹងពេលទៅដល់តួ Eiffel វាល្ងិតបាត់ណាមួយខែល្ងានៅអឺរ៉ុបថ្ងៃមានរយៈពេលខ្លីពេលព្រឹកតម៉ោង9អីបានភ្លឺដល់ល្ងាចឡើងម៉ោង4ម៉ោង5តនេះល្ងិតបាត់ហើយពេលអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាចង់ចំណេញដើរលេងពេលថ្ងៃបានយូរអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាអាចទៅអឺរ៉ុបពេលខែក្តៅទៅចំណេញព្រោះខែក្តៅនៅអឺរ៉ុបថ្ងៃវែងមែនតែនមានប្រទេសខ្លះភ្លឺ24ម៉ោងទៀតតែមិនមែនបារាំងទេណាតែនិយាយចឹងដើរពេលយប់ក៏សប្បាយដែរមើលតួ Eiffel ពេលយប់គេឡើងស្អាតមានតែចាញ់ពេលថ្ងៃណាគេមានដាក់ភ្លើងផ្លែតអីទៀតស្អាតមែនតែនហ្មងតឥឡូវទៅមើលខ្ញុំថតរូបវិញអូខេថ្ងៃទី1របស់យើងបានតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងឯងតែតម្រាំតែបានត្រឡប់ទៅដល់ apartment វិញម៉ោង 2:10 យប់សំខាន់ទោះគេងម៉ោង 2:10 ក៏ម៉ោង 4 ដឹងតែដឹងខ្លួនហ្មងដោយសារនៅបារាំងម៉ោងដើរយឺតជាងយើង6ម៉ោងអញ្ចឹងម៉ោង 4 នៅណោះនៅស្រុកខ្មែរម៉ោង 10 អីហ្នឹងហើយយើងទៅដល់ដំបងអញ្ចឹងយើងអត់ទាន់ស៊ាំ1ម៉ោងគេបើគេងម៉ោង 2:10 ងើបម៉ោង 4 ណាតែបើគេងម៉ោង 10 អីម៉ោង 3 ដឹងខ្លួនហើយបើល្ងុយតាំងម៉ោង 6 ល្ងាចព្រោះម៉ោង 6 ល្ងាចនៅណោះនៅស្រុកខ្មែរម៉ោង 2:10 យប់អីហ្នឹងតែទោះជាអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាល្ងុយគេងមិនក៏ដោយតែកុំគេងយ៉ាងហោចក៏គួរតែចាំដល់ម៉ោង 10 យប់អីដែរព្រោះបើគេងតាំងពីម៉ោង 6 ល្ងាចតែម៉ោង 1 ម៉ោង 2 អីហ្នឹងភ្ញាក់បាត់ហើយភ្ញាក់មកដឹងតែឃ្លានហើយព្រោះដល់ម៉ោង breakfast នៅស្រុកខ្មែរអញ្ចឹងអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាកុំភ្លេចដាក់មីកំប៉ុងមីអីទៅតគួរផងព្រោះឃ្លានកដាទៀតអញ្ចឹងអត់ដឹងទៅទិញនៅណាទេអត់មានហាងណាបើកទេតឥឡូវយើងទៅមើលថ្ងៃទី2នេះខ្ញុំកំពុងតែជិះ tram មិន train ទេណាមិនតែភ្លើងទេណាប្រទេសនៅអាស៊ីខ្ញុំដូចជាអត់ដែរឃើញមាន tram ទេភាគច្រើននៅខាងអឺរ៉ុបហើយនៅអូស្ត្រាលីក៏មានដែរ tram ហើយនិង train វាខុសគ្នាត្រង់ថា tram អាចចាប់ប្រាំងបានអញ្ចឹង tram មានរត់នៅលើផ្លូវថ្នល់ទៀតតែបើ train ដែលខ្មែរយើងហៅរថភ្លើងហ្នឹងអត់អាចចាប់ប្រាំងបានទេហើយក៏អត់មានរត់នៅលើផ្លូវថ្នល់ដែរតែមិនមែនមានន័យថា tram អត់មានផ្លូវដែកទេណាគឺមានផ្លូវដែកដូចរថភ្លើងអញ្ចឹងគ្រាន់ថាផ្លូវដែកហ្នឹងអាចមានរត់នៅលើផ្លូវថ្នល់ជាមួយនឹងឡានដែរយល់អត់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាបើអត់យល់មានតែអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាមកមើលនៅអឺរ៉ុបហ្មងឥឡូវខ្ញុំមកដល់កន្លែងតំណាងបារាំងហើយកន្លែងហ្នឹងគេហៅថា Arc de Triomphe អត់ដឹងថាអានត្រូវអត់ទេណាព្រោះអត់ចេះបារាំងផងអាហ្នឹងនៅកោះពេជ្រយើងមានដែរតាខ្មែរយើងមានតែអន់អីណោះឥឡូវមើលខ្ញុំថតរូបតិចណាផ្លូវនៅក្បែរហ្នឹងក៏ស្អាតដែរអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាថែមទាំងសាប៊ូហាង brand ទៀតនេះហាង Dior តែអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាចង់ប្រាប់ថាហាងថ្លៃទេណាប៉ុន្តែមើលអ្នកតម្រង់ជួរមានលុយទិញហើយក៏មិនប្រកាសថាបានទិញដែរចង់និយាយអញ្ចឹងណានេះក្រុមរំរបៀបដូចគេថតវីដេអូ dance cover ដើម្បីផុសនៅក្នុង YouTube អីចឹងណាចៃទៅនៅស្រុកគេសាប៊ូហ្មងបន្ទាប់ពីហ្នឹងមកយើងជិះឡានបឺទៅតួ Eiffel ម្ដងទៀតព្រោះយប់មិញទៅដល់យប់ពេកអត់បានថតពេលភ្លឺផងនេះណែតួ Eiffel គេពេលយប់ក៏ស្អាតពេលភ្លឺក៏ស្អាតដែរគ្រាន់តែរៀងមនុស្សច្រើនពិបាកថតរូបបន្តិចហើយនៅនេះក៏មានអ្នករាំដែរអ្នកនរគ្នា ตอบมายังก็เติบซามุ้ยได้เมนชมัวทา Galleries Lafayette ในตามเพลเตอร์ยังเคยเกดะเพลิงสระอาดเหม็นแตนดังถ้าเกดะจังจีประจำหรือก็ดะนำใบเตรียมคริสต์มาสเตโดยซายมแมนเนี่ยในปรังยมก็อดดังได้นี่ฮางชาแนลในขนมซานี่มันท่าแบรนด์ชาแนลกูจีหรือก็เอลวีสแต่ตะมองชัวแวงเหม็นแตนโดยยมแผบมุนนังจังตัวเมียนลอยหอบเมินก็มันประกอบทับบานระบอบปลาได้ใจเตอร์เปตะบงยมสปรายเหม็นแตนผลทลอบแต่ในสอกไม้เกตดามเนียติงระบอบทูทไลดอนี้ไอหวานมวยสแต่หัวป้อนในตะมองชัวติงอย่างหนังหดซาเกดีใจหลังโดยแวงเนี่ยต่างเนียในเลอตะโบเมียนเตสเพียบสะอาดที่ละต่อตามมันนึกชอนเปกแซดาผลยมเตยจอมไงซาประเชิดเนียเปกยมหลังไพได้นะงะคำเลือกได้ตั้งปีมาตุ่มถุงนำใบเมียนกาไอยังในอาจต่อตั้งหามบ้านแม่นถ้าจังเมากระไหลจะเอียนจังไอปันใต้อับดังทาวิจะเอียดดอถนัดนังให้เปได้ลางมาดอห้อยอัดอาจจังแต่เวงบานต่อมายังก็ได้ช้อปปิ้งในขนมซานังห้อยก็ตลอดเตอกระไหลสะเนอเวงเตอไงตีใบยังมาเล่นดูเวอร์พีระมิดแต่เป็นมาดาเพลียมยังก็โจแต่เล่มมิวเซียมในขังขนมพีระมิดพวกคลายกีตมองจัวกันแต่ฉอนเตอโจว่าฮาวเตอร์ตอนนัดเซอร์เมียนมันเนอสปอร์ตเกมมันเนี้ยแผมดอบโรให้เนี่ยต่างอักเนี่ยอาโจเต็งในขังขนมพีระมิดบ้านให้ดังท่าไว้แต่กล้วยจับปรอมจึงเกขนมมิวเซียมนังงอคือยังเคยท่าหุกจำละในขังขนมนังสตาเสตต่างอ๋อแต่ยมดังทำเมียนมูลเหตุไอ้ไปให้จะเมียนประวัติบอกเกตามปัดเกมเมียนอ้อยกาในฉะโจนำใบดับปีประวัติปีไอ้ได้แต่ยมเนี่ยบ้านโยกหลุนไอ้พวกกิดทำเมียนเปเลงใครอยู่ทำใบตาหุกกุมนู้ก็สตาเสตได้ให้มันเนี่ยสตาตักมกแซดยมเมอการแต่ยูเตอร์การแต่แซดแต่ตามกุมนู้มองอ่ะมิวเซียมเกหีบจอมบ้านสะอาดเหม็นแตนเนี่ยต่างอักเนี่ยมือกระไรจะด่านี่โดยจะด่าในขนมเสพตาบิเมียนจังเฮ้ยทมโยต่อแมนแตนมองอ่ะพอดปีฮอลมวยโจดอฮอลมวยเบอร์ตามยมจำโดยจะเมียนใบจวนใจเตอร์ได้มาไงเป็นก็ได้หลังจอกเชิงอ่ะให้หลังเบ่งเป็นหนึ่งเอาไว้ได้ละใบจังเกในขนมมิวเซียมนี่คือรูปกุมนูโมนาลิซาแต่ต่างอักเนี่ยประกอบจิตทลอบเคยหุกนั่งแมนอดพอหุกกุมนูนั่งละใบหลังตูเตียงบิพบโลกดำไหลกุมนูนั่งก็ไทยขับได้นี่ขอนแต่ดำใบโจแต่มือหุกกุมนูนั่งมวยแต่หมองจัวหลังมากระพลูให้หุกนั่งเหม็นเตียงกุมนูทองไหมนะตู้เตะขอนทาเวเจหุกกุมนูสินบาเกจังนะดาฮอนี่เว้นหลังโดยแวงมีหลังจะอันจะเอาหมองอะอะไรนี่ยมจันมาแขวไว้ไงดำใบมาทอดยอพีระมิดพลตอนบานทอดพ้องแต่โดยซาแต่เปทไงอย่างกองไปเลยโดยจังเตอทอดเอาเซอร์สะอาดซะเบอร์เนี่ยต่างอักเนี่ยเตอยมสัจใจเอาทอดไปผักวิงไปผักไปให้จะอาดสะอาดเชียงแต่ไอ้บานชมาเทอหมดได้จะมวยได้ติดทายมแต่จับชมายมมาทอดจมูกอัดเมียนแน่นะชมานังจังมาทอดหมวยโคลนเองเด้กระบงแล้วกอดกุยปีขอยมเมดอกกอดเคยยมทอดใบกูดะกอดกอดดามาขังมุกยมเวงอันนี้ตามเพลอได้เจนปีลูเวอร์พีระมิดดาก็บ้านเคยมาหนือยนด้วยมาหนือเหม็นแตนจังหลังจองไพ่อะประตอบเมาก็ได้แต่โหยำไอเปลังเงียในกระรอบนี้เปลังเงียล้างคือฉับเคลียนมองแต่มองแผมลังเงียไอเคลียนในผัวเนื้อสอกไม้มองมันดอบอยู่ไปหนึ่งในติใบบ่เยิ้งก็จับทำปะนัง เ ngày bữa tọa máu nhom có tới khát môi tiếtនៅក្នុងបារាំងដែរដែលមានឈ្មោះថាណងតែមិនតែដាលេងណាគឺមានការងារនៅណងដោយសារតាំងការញោមទៅនៅក្នុងខែ11ជារដូវស្លឹកឈើជ្រុះយើងឃើញថាស្លឹកឈើឡើងលឿងស្អាតមែនទែនហើយនៅក្បែរអូតែលដែលញោមស្នាក់នៅមានប្រាសាទមួយតែនិយាយអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាទៅអឺរ៉ុបនៅក្នុងរដូវស្លឹកឈើជ្រុះឬក៏រដូវរងាអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាគួរតែយកឆ័ត្រទៅផងព្រោះអីនៅអឺរ៉ុបរដូវពីរហ្នឹងគឺអាសាភ្លៀងណាតាមពិតខ្ញុំនៅណងនេះ5ថ្ងៃប៉ុន្តែដោយសាររវល់ការងាររហូតអត់សូវបានថតច្រើនទេបន្ទាប់ពីចប់ការងារមកក៏ជិះរថភ្លើងត្រឡប់ទៅប៉ារីវិញនៅតាមផ្លូវយើងឃើញថាមាន windmill ច្រើនមែនតើព្រោះនៅអឺរ៉ុបគេលើកស្ទួយ green energy មែនគេដាក់ទាំងហាល windmill ហ្នឹងដើម្បីឲ្យស្អាតទេណាគោលដៅគឺបង្កើតថាមពលចេះអញ្ចឹងត្រឡប់ទៅប៉ារីវិញហ្នឹងមិនមែន final destination នៅប៉ារីទេគឺខ្ញុំនឹងទៅស្វីសបន្តទៀតតែដោយសារអត់មានរថភ្លើងជិះ direct ពីណងទៅប្រទេសស្វីសខ្ញុំក៏ជិះទៅចុះនៅប៉ារីសិនហើយបានបន្តដំណើរទៅ Zurich ប្រទេសស្វីសសម្រាប់ដំណើរកម្សាន្តនៅក្នុងប្រទេសស្វីសនេះខ្ញុំសូមកាត់ទៅក្នុងវីដេអូក្រោយណាអញ្ចឹងវីដេអូនៅប្រទេសបារាំងនេះគឺចាប់ត្រឹមតែប៉ុណ្នេះហើយ admin សូមអរគុណទៅដល់ fan 2នាក់ដែលបានជួយ support ឲ្យ admin អ្នកទី1មានឈ្មោះថាគិតច័ន្ទ Monica គាត់បានសុំរឿង Snowdrop ត admin សុំគិតមើលបន្តិចទៀតសិនដោយសារតែមានអ្នកសុំហើយក៏មានអ្នកអត់ចង់មើលដែរអ្នកទី2មានឈ្មោះថាពុំស្រីនិតគាត់ថា for you admin I love your voice thank you